Okay, so it's not a Tuesday, but I already have my Tuesday tag videos planned out, and I wanted to do this one too. So it's coming out on a Friday, question mark, I think. Hello everybody, my name is Danny, welcome back to my channel. I waited way too long to film this, so the sun has practically set, and that's why my lighting looks terrible, but I'm gonna film this anyway. I am doing the main character tag today, which was created by the Troublemakers, and I've done this tag, I think, twice before, at least once. And it's basically just a handful of questions about your main character to let your viewers get to know them a little bit better. So I am doing this for a new project that I've been working on only about a week at the point of filming this, but by the time it goes up, it'll be about 2 weeks. I have a project that I am calling Love City. It is the name stolen from the song by the K-pop group Nine Muses, and it's urban fantasy slash paranormal romance, and it's just a fun little side project that I've been tinkering with, and I really like my main characters, so I figured I'm gonna do the main character tag for them. So it's gonna be for both sides of the romance at the center of this story. So I did no scripting for this. I literally just decided today that I wanted to film this. So I am just going off the cuff. I literally have Devesha's video open behind my camera just to read the questions out of the description box. So we're just gonna give it our best shot and go with it. So the first question is, what is your main character's name? How did you, the author, choose that name? And how does your main character feel about their name? So my main characters are Mary Choi and Lucas Innocenti, and I came up with those names because while I was like brain dumping, I just kept referring to them as MC for main character and LI for love interest, that I decided those were their initials. So I just looked up names that start with, and I came with Mary because I thought it was like a nice simple name and fits her character. And then Choi, spelled C-H-O-I, is a Korean name, and I decided on that when I literally just googled last name starting with C, and it was like one of the first ones on the list. Lucas is a little bit different in that I wanted a name that specifically meant something to do with light, and so I looked up names that mean light and found one that started with an L, which actually quite a lot of them did, to no one's surprise probably. And then Innocenti came because I looked up last names that start with I, and it was on the list, and it's Italian for innocent, and I thought it was kind of fun because that, I'm not gonna spoil anything. I'm not gonna finish the sentence, I don't want to spoil it. It fits. And I don't know how they feel about their names. They're kind of just names. Neither of them are like queer or anything, so it's not like a trans person picking a new name or anything like that. There is some stuff later on down the line with Mary and her name, but again, spoilers, so we're just gonna move on to question number 2. And the second question is, what is your main character's zodiac sign? Even if they live in a fantasy world, everyone's got vibes. And I just did a quick Google search, what are the basic facts about the zodiac signs? And I've decided that Lucas is an Aries and Mary is a Sagittarius. Don't have much to say on it. That's just what I decided. Question 3 is, what is your main character's relationship to the people who raised them? And Mary doesn't know who raised her because she doesn't have a memory beyond 1 year prior to the start of the story for story reasons that I don't want to spoil. Although, no, I'm not going to spoil it. I was going to, but I spoil way too much of my stuff. So I guess the people who raised her are the people at the place where she trained to hunt these monsters, kind of. That's the whole paranormal part of it. And, she trusts them. She believes what they say. Whether or not that's a good thing is yet to be seen. And Lucas was raised by his parents and had a good relationship with them, but they are dead. They died when he was an adult, though. This is like an adult paranormal romance. They're in their like mid-ish 20s, and so it's like he was in his 20s when his parents died, I think, maybe a little bit younger. I don't know, but he had a good relationship with them. Question 4 is, what is your main character's most important memory prior to the start of the book? And like I said, Mary doesn't have a memory beyond 1 year before the start of the book. It might be more than that. I think it's maybe 2 years. I don't know. This is still very new. I said I've only been working on this for a week. But I guess her most important memory is her like assignment to Love City's department. It's kind of like a police force that like hunts down these monsters. So yeah, that would be the most important one because it tells her where she's going. Lucas, on the other hand, his most important memory would be the death of his sister. Question 5 is, your character walks into a library. What section do they head to first? I think that Mary would really like fairy tales and that kind of thing, and like folklore, maybe some retellings, whereas Lucas is a non-fiction kind of guy. He just likes history and stuff like that, kind of straight-laced, not really into all the fancy stuff. Number 6 is, would your character survive the Oregon Trail? And yes, no doubt they both would, because they are trained to fight these monsters and can kick ass. So I have no doubt that they could survive the Oregon Trail. Unless they get dysentery. That's a different story. Number 7 is, what would your character ask for if they were to make a deal with a crossroads demon? And that's a good question. Lucas would probably ask for like some sort of strength or power to accomplish his goal, which I can't tell you what it is because that's a big spoiler. But like definitely some sort of like improvement to his physical being. Mary, I don't think she would ask for anything. She's kind of like, I don't know the right words to describe her. She doesn't really have ambitions beyond what she is told, if that makes sense. Like, she's been trained to be this very specific kind of person, and she's just sticking to that for the most part until things start to happen, but that is way down the line, and you guessed it, spoilery. And question number 8 is, what would your character think about on their deathbed? And because this is a romance, I'm going to take the cop-out answer and say, each other. So that is all of the questions. I'm not going to tag anyone because this tag has been around for a while and I feel like everyone's done it multiple times for multiple projects. But if you haven't and you want to do it, then you can say I tagged you. I will leave the original videos down in the description in case you haven't seen them yet. If you enjoyed this video, please be sure to give it a big thumbs up. You can subscribe to my channel for more content, and that way I will see you in the next one. Goodbye, guys.